Did you know that on every moving object, there is always a point that is at zero velocity? For example, on a car, when a car is moving like this, think of this as the tire of the car. What happens? The point of this tire, let's take this point for example, that is in contact with the surface of the road is the reason that the motion being supplied to the tire is able to transfer and make the system move forward. Let me illustrate. If I use my hand here to provide the energy, okay, the kinetic energy to move this forward, the reason this energy I'm providing is able to produce this forward motion is because the point of on this container that is in contact with the surface is able to plant on the surface, which means it's staying put. And so the energy I'm providing can transfer and make this move forward and create this forward motion you're observing. If that was not the case, suppose that place was not staying put, what would that mean? It would mean that this system will just revolve in place. It will not move because that place is not able to stay on the ground to hold still. So it's going to create this rotational motion, but staying in one place and not making this object to move. It will be something like this, like something like that. So the object will not move. But if this is not if this is still difficult to understand, let me bring it down even further. When you walk or when you run, the reason you're able to move forward is because as one of your feet gets planted on the surface, and because it is planted, it is able to propel the rest of your body forward. And so, in fact, it only gets up after it has propelled the body forward and the foot in front now gets planted. So, you see, plant, move, plant, move, plant, move, plant. So, and that way we go through this oscillating motion of plant, move, plant, move, plant, move, and that's how we're able to create the motion. It may not be super intuitive or easy to observe on the tire of a vehicle because the tire is circle. It's a circle. So in the circle, what has happened is that what was your step size has now been shrunk, like reduced to the limit, so that your step size is now 0. So the transfer from one foot to the other is now happening in split seconds. That's why it's not very intuitive or easy to observe, but that's what's really happening. And let me even shock you a little more. I don't know if I said it already, but I said there is a whole region of the moving object that not only is it not planted, it's pushing in the opposite direction to create the motion in the direction you're going. For example, when I'm rolling this way, what is happening? If I divide this in half, the whole region of the bottom half will actually be pushing in the opposite direction, in the backwards direction. And that's why the whole system will be moving forward. Like when I roll this way, just use your mind and think of it. When this is going this way, from here, just exactly half, the motion from here, it's pushing, the arrow is going this way, which if you extend it, it's this direction. The region up here, the force is going in this direction. This other one is going in the opposite direction, and that's why this is able to move. But the only reason it is moving in this direction rather than the other direction is that the side which is pointing in the opposite direction is the part that has the contact with the surface. If we change the surface to somewhere up here, the same motion we were using will create now the opposite movement. The opposite movement, because the direction will always be determined by the part that is in contact with the surface and the direction where the force on that part is pushing. So the force on that part must be pushing in the opposite direction from where you want to go. All right, I hope this makes sense to us. You let me know if you enjoyed this, and let me know if you want me to talk about any other topic. Bless. Peace out.